Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new here. Thank you for joining us. I'm Becky from Whimsy Creations, and I hope you're all doing really well. And as usual, if you're not, then let's hope this... Oh, I can't get my match to strike. That's a good start, isn't it? Anyway, let's hope this brings you some mindfulness and some clarity of thought and make you feel better. Let's put that somewhere to cool off. Today is a Christmas session. I know I don't really do much as far as Christmas crafting is concerned, so welcome to Whimsy Creations, but, and I said I probably wouldn't do any, I have decided to do a tiny bit. I need to make some tags, and whilst I don't make Christmas journals, excuse me, I am making some Christmas tags for... I'm quite well known in my family for making my gifts look a little different, a little better. Well, not better, but a little extra, you know. I make them look a little extra. I'm just going to write the time down so I don't sort of bore you to death. 1:30. And yeah, I've made two to make sure it all worked and they all looked right. So I'm actually organised, look. So my labels this year on my presents are going to have bells on them. And here they are. There's a goldish one. There. Jingle, jingle, jingle. And the silverish one. Silver and white. Now they have a bit of paper stuck on them, a Christmas scene. This one's got a bit of Christmas material. A bit of glitter card. That's as close as glitter I could get. And my place is already, from cutting it up, it's already got glitter everywhere. And yeah, some bells. I think it's so nice when you move a parcel and it will jingle. And then of course you'll thread in here any ribbon or whatever you want to use to, and then you can write on the back because the backs are white, which is really useful. So I've made those two. I've got various size bells. The bells, here we go. Look, I've got these sort of bells which make a nice sound. And those ones which you've just seen, these are slightly bigger. They're just borrowing the Ladybird's antenna tray because they're a different size. And then I got these ones. They're huge. But if I know somebody's got a large present, I'll put one of those. My granddaughter's got, both her parcels are quite big, so that might sound nice on hers. So I thought I'd bring you along and, you know, we could make some together. Well, I'll show you how I make them. Quick little tutorial on how to make these. And I've cut off some of the boring bits. The main problem I'm having is with my thread. But what I've done is I've cut up various different sizes of these. I mean, we all know how to cut a bit of card and put some corners in. And then I cut the same amount of these, but a little bit smaller. So that's my base. So you get a little bit of spark around the edge. I could have done them that way, but I decided to do them this way because I thought it would be less in your face a bit. You know, I'm not I don't mind a bit of sparkle. Don't get me wrong, I do like a little sparkle, but not too much. And then it's white on the back for you to write on, and that's a really nice writing surface. It's not shiny or anything, it's quite nice. And the pictures I'm using, which are from Pink Night Prints, these came with the last pack, but I didn't use them for anything. So I cut all those out, and these are all different sort of Christmassy scenes. But what I like about them is they're like vintagey, quite vintage looking Christmas scenes, which is why we've got the card on the top. So that helps with that. But because of this, I'm gluing it on with Fabri-Tac. Oh, actually it's 3-in-1, sorry. All made by Beacon anyway. And this way I know it will stick to the glitter. I haven't been able to, I tried using my pin flare and I thought, well, if that's not going to work, then the art glitter won't work either. So I decided to use pin flare, and then you just stick it on. I mean, I just literally cut this tag out. Well, I cut square out, a rectangle out, the size I wanted, and then just cut this piece slightly smaller. So if you want a bigger edge, just cut it even smaller. You know, I like a lot of room to write, sometimes I write little messages. They were a bit bigger to start with, but I've cut them all down because the decoration didn't look right. And I've got some of this lovely material. I think I've got a bit more here. Yes, I have. I've got this piece of poinsettia material, which is very Christmassy. I got some of this, which is sort of Christmassy. I got a little bit of this, which is also kind of Christmassy, and a bit red. And I've got some more of that. And I've got this little piece of bits. Oh, I've got a couple of these bits, which I thought might be quite nice to put on, you know, and which I won't use for anything else. And another bit of check. So all sorts, but I am actually really liking, oh, don't know why that's in there. I'm really liking the poinsettias, I must admit. They do, and I'm just putting a strip down. That's a bit smaller than I wanted though. So I'm just going to find that bigger piece again. Oh, here we are. Here's a bigger piece. I'm just putting a strip on just to give the whole thing a bit of texture, you know. So let's cut that off because that's a funny shape. Right, and then I'm just literally popping a bit on, a frayed bit on the bottom, on there, just to give it a different texture altogether, really. Let's put those in there. And I don't think that's straight at all, so we'll just cut that off there. I do want it a bit tidy. Oops, that's not going to come off. Not enough of it. I'll cut it and then fray it. There we go. There. So yeah, it can be quite rough and ready with this. It won't hurt it. It's just a bit of cotton. There. There we go. Pick up these bits and put those out there. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Let's find the right picture to go with it. And we've got some lovely pictures. They're all beautiful. There's a nice deer there. I think we'll use the deer. And as I've got the fabric out, I'm popping the ribbon on with it as well. Other material on with it as well. But I'm not sticking it right down at the edges, so it will come up a bit. You know, it's just give it more movement and more what's the word I'm looking for? Texture, you know. So it's not so flat, which labels generally are very flat, aren't they? So popping that on there. I should have done a video yesterday, but I felt dreadful. I did my last ever craft stall yesterday on Saturday, and it was very busy and it was very loud, and it was, oh, yesterday morning I couldn't move. The next morning I felt dreadful, so I actually pretty much had the day off. I did do some chores, but not many. And I'm putting a big hole in the top so I can get my thread through, and then you can get some ribbon. I can then get some ribbon through, or whatever I want to put through to tie it onto my parcel. That will depend on what colour and what type of ribbon I use when I do the parcel, so I'm not putting that on at the moment. Pop you on there. Sometimes I put it to one side, I put that one in the middle. I'm not inking them because I don't know if you can tell that far away. This isn't actually white, it's like a creamy colour. So I don't have to ink those, they're not stark white in your face. Right, then what colour are we doing it? Gold. Shall we do gold? Now we can do one big one, make a nice change. And we could do a plain one. I quite like this one. I haven't used one this size. Well, we'll come back to that later. Let's just do a couple of these for now. When I run out of these ones, because I haven't got many gold ones of these. No, I haven't. I've only got like 4 or 5 left. The rest are all silver. So we'll use these two. So, right, these threads are awful. I was using this, which I've been given, and it's just completely shreds. This is finer, but I've discovered this also shreds, so I might as well just go back to using this one, which is thicker. But what I have found works better, I'll try this one again. If this starts shredding again, I'll go back to the other one. I prefer this. It's a bit thicker, it's a bit more robust, is to use a needle. It's the only way I've found I can do it without it really, you know, driving me spare trying to thread them through. Whoops, I went right to the other end. that I don't want to do. So thread that on there. But every time I tried to get it through this little piece here, it just shredded to smithereens. Right, let's tie them together so they don't fall off while I'm faffing with it. So, how are you all? I hope you're all okay. Hope you're all sort of organised. That's quite nice, isn't it? So we'll put one of these through here. Like that. And then we tie it off wherever you want. So I like mine to dangle down a bit. I might actually put 3 on there. I've got an odd number in here, so I'm going to put 3 on. It's be extravagant. I've got a lot of them. I do something every year. I do something slightly different with the gifts, like the way I wrap them and stuff, you know. And this year, this is the difference, you know. I'm doing bells on the on these. Last year, I think I just used old Christmas cards and cut them up, and which everybody has done, I'm sure, in the past. But that was fun as well. Yeah, let's have 3 on this one. Make it different. Oh, they sound nice, don't they? Jingle, jingle. Hope you can see all right. These aren't very big. Right. Now then, behave yourself. Just because I added that one on last. Not behaving. There we are. This seems a relatively easy task, but yeah, I've had a bit of problem with this bit a few times, and mainly because of this awful thread I'm using. But my other one, I have got another sort of goldy one over there. I could go and see if it'll fit. I'm not sure the other one will fit through. See, I mean, it just completely shreds. Will fit through the bell loops, but I could go and get it and give it a try, couldn't I? Anything's better than this stuff flaking all over the place. See what I mean? It just all comes apart. Ugh. Right, enhance the calm. Let's get this through there and get at least one knot done. Well, that's no good. I don't want them that low. Let's do one further. I've done one now, so let's get rid of some of that. So I've done one. I can do another one now further down. Yeah, I think it might be worth popping over and seeing if I can use that other stuff. Yeah, this is not. It's still in the. I'm not having it in the deer's face. Hey, I've done it. That's it. Let's get rid of that. Come this side. There we go. Yes. Right. Finally got there. So that's it. Finished. Let's just cut that bit off. It looks a bit weird. I've also got some of these bits as well, which can be put on. Or we can also. I've got some nice gold pegs here as well, so we could peg them on. I've got some berries here as well, which you might be seeing, but they can be pegged on, you know, so they won't necessarily all have bells on. But I do like the sound of bells at Christmas. I think it's quintessentially the Christmas sound, isn't it? One of the Christmas sounds, along with carols and things. Right, let's do a red one. I haven't done a red one yet. This is the only red bells I've got as well. Ooh, that'll look funny. We could do this one for my granddaughter. And see how this goes anyway. So the key to making this streamline and making this easier is to have good quality thread. The rest is very easy and straightforward, you know. I mean, I know a lot of people just buy stick-on ones and things, but if you're making a nice tag, and as I say, you can use the same principle for your journals. Just because I'm not using these in journals doesn't mean that, you know, they can't be used in journals because they can. Right, I need another piece of material. Doing red. So shall we have a bit of this? Or where's that other sparkly one I had? This. We could use this up, couldn't we? Bit of that on there. How does that look? Let's try a bit of this. Oh, that's a bit yucky down there. Let's cut this piece off. Yeah, that's not a very nice piece. Stick that there. Oh, I haven't put a hole in the top. I need to gauge the hole. That's nice, isn't it? Let's go out and use different things then. I could just use one of these. I thought I'd use those around there when I used them. What else have I got? Oh, I've got a deer. Hello, deer. Look at that, a stag. Got a little stag there. I know that's very big, but that's deliberate. That I might do. Should we stick them up? Don't want them all exactly the same, do we? I'm going to definitely use Fabri-Tac for this bit, though. I'm going to just stick it where the sort of backings are. You could also use your glue gun. Your glue gun would, if you like a hot glue gun. I didn't think to turn mine on, so I don't have mine heated up yet. There we are. So hers is going to be very blingy. I'm not sure a stag lends itself to bling, really. Should we see what we've got in here? Anything in here that's... I hope you can see okay. Hot chocolate. Wow. She loves her chocolate. Who doesn't? Oh, 25. That would be quite nice. I like the parcel. Santa. That's suitable for her as well. It's nice if you're making these with people in your family in mind as well. That way you can know. You can pick the pictures accordingly, you know. Now, which do I prefer? Santa, the parcel. Well, I don't want them. I definitely want Santa. I'm going to put Santa on. Yeah, I'll put Santa on. I mean, believe it or not, a lot of my my children, I've only got two, but with my in-law, my daughter-in-laws and grandchildren, again, which I only have two, but they have this tendency to open their presents quite carefully, and then they take the tags off and say, "Would you like this back, Grandma? You know, would you like to use it again?" One year I made loads of poinsettias out of card, and they thought they were so nice they kept them all and gave them back to me to use again. Oh, bless them. Right then. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's see if I can get this to work. This hasn't been opened yet. But it would be nice to keep the red theme going, wouldn't it? Oh, there we go. Now then, where's the end of this? That could be a joke, couldn't it? Finding the end. Is that the end? This feels like it should be the end, but... Oh, hang on. What's this? Is this the end? Oh, starting this could be a problem. Well, I may not be using this. I may be using the silver one. Excuse me, I need to have this a lot closer to my eyes so I can see. Nope, can't get that open. I'm not going to waste your time anymore. We will use... this one's open. I believe, no, it's not. We won't use that either then. The green one's open, and red and green go nicely together, don't they? So I didn't really want to use silver. I didn't want to use gold, really. So let's do a long piece of you. And I think you should go through. This stuff's actually very good. It doesn't fray anywhere near as much. $3. It's very, very fine. Very fine. Oh, I dropped that. Come on, Belle. Just retie you on so you don't fall apart. There we are. Might leave that one dangling lower, maybe. I quite like that low down there. Looks a bit funny at the top. It's too big for the top. I'm going to have that lower than centre. Let's put one of those through there then. Yeah, I wish I had this in gold. All the gold ones are. Right, we want that down there, don't we? I don't think I'll be doing many with these great big bell on, but I thought it'd be good fun for my granddaughter. Oops, go around there. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. It's very, very fine. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? I think that will work, actually. Whoops, I got it all over the place. Yeah, that's perfect down there. Let's see if I can get another one done, just to be on the safe side. She loves musical things, my granddaughter does. Anything that lights up and anything that makes a sound. She hasn't grown out of that yet. There, that's lovely. That's going to have some strong ribbon on it, isn't it? Right. Oop. I might find a Merry Christmas. You know, I've got some Merry Christmases somewhere. Haven't found them yet. I put that across there. And that sort of thing. Right then, let's do another. I've done one. Let's do a white one then. What was I going to say? I can't remember now. As my mother used to say, well, it can't be very important then. But, you know, it might have been interesting. You never know. It could well. Anyway, this may be a craft with me. I don't know. Might be the only sort of Christmassy things you get from me. I'm sorry. I am doing Cara Brandon's, you know, those tags she's done. They're amazing. I believe Gail Gastonelli's doing them as well. I bought them off Cara's site, and I've printed them all out. I've cut some of them, not all of them. What I'm doing with them is because one of my granddaughters lives on the other side of the country, so I'm not going to see her much before Christmas at all. And her parents would have bought her an advent calendar. I'm going to FaceTime her every evening throughout December, and we are going to make one of the tags together each night through Advent, and she's going to make hers into an Advent calendar as we go along, and I'm going to make mine. Well, I'm assuming she's making it into an Advent calendar. I don't know what she's doing with it actually, but she's going to make them with me, and I'm going to help her along and her mum's going to do some of the difficult cutting beforehand. So once she's got home, done her homework and got her chores done and things. I mean, she's 12, so once she's done all that, I'm going to FaceTime her, and we're going to sit together on the FaceTime. Actually, we tend to use WhatsApp on the camera. I don't know what platform that's called, but we all just call it FaceTime, and work on them together, and see what different I can give her some hints if she needs any help, and see what different ideas we can come up with each for the tag and the folder or whatever it is, you know. And I've told her mum to get other bits out so we can put other things on the tags. I mean, Cara sends a lot of stuff with it, but you don't have to use everything she sends, and you can use some of your own stuff as well, you know. So I think that'll be really good fun. Thing is, I can't record it though because A, my granddaughter will be on it, and B, I use the same phone. I don't only have one phone and it does everything. That's it, you know. I don't have Poinsettia on the poinsettia. No, I don't think so. So yeah. So how about bells? Yeah, that'll be really good fun. I think it's a nice idea. So we'll do a bit of Advent every day. And obviously when we've finished, she'll have entire. Maybe she'll pop a hole in the top of each and string it across the sitting room or something. Her and Mum, you know, my daughter-in-law can decide what to do as far as that's concerned. But her mum's quite arty, you know, she likes to craft, her mum does. So she can help her in this, you know, the final. Oh, that's very grubby. Where's my... Let's just put that lid back on there. Sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to restarting tonight because I'm filming this in advance, and today is the 1st. You'll see this the following Monday. So that'd be good fun. Anyway, because I'm actually going away at Christmas, I have decided I'm going to try and nope, I want silver. I'm going to try and get I'm going to do one of each. There we go. Try and get my videos. Sorry, I'm stopping and starting my conversation, aren't I? Going to try and get my videos in advance so there won't be a gap over Christmas. Now, I know a lot of you will be very busy and doing things and probably won't want to watch YouTube, which is absolutely fair comment, you know. Absolutely. I fully appreciate that. Me too. I'm going away. So, but there are those who are on their own. There are those that, you know, rely on the company of social media to keep them happy, which is not a problem, you know. And it's nice to just hear a familiar voice, isn't it? So, oh, I'm making a mess of that. That won't thread. So let's put that one to one side. Well, I could use gold because I'm using one of silver and one of gold here because the background's white. I've got red on here and I've got gold on here. So I'm using a combination on this one. I thought I'd make a nice change. So yeah, I am going to try very hard to get ahead far enough so it's like seamless, it goes straight through. But I am going away for quite a while, so I'm going to one son's for 3 days, or 2 nights basically, and then I'll be home, literally quick turnaround the next day and get all the washing done and repack my case for about 7 days to go across country, because my other son's wife, my daughter-in-law, has to go to work early, back to work early, so they're going home early, so I'm going over with them and going to spend the rest of Christmas holiday with my son and one of my granddaughters, and then you know, his wife, my daughter-in-law, will come home from work in the evenings and we can spend the evenings together, and then of course New Year. So oh, I like that. That will work really well, really quickly and easily. Yes, let's put that join at the back. Oh, why can't they all do as easily as that? Look, on this occasion I don't mind it going over the bell because it's a bell, but they will look nice with the Merry Christmas across there, won't they? So I'll have to get some of those out and done. Right, so we've done quite an array of them, haven't we? I haven't got many red ones, so anyway, let's just do another one of these, and then we'll go and do a red one afterwards. So yeah, that's my Christmas. I won't be away, so I think I'll be away for as far as videos go, nearly 2 weeks I won't be available. I am usually 1 week ahead anyway, which means really I have to get almost 3 weeks ahead, which I don't know that I can do that. So if there is a gap, I am sorry, but I will endeavour to keep it going. And I am setting up a little book for kind hugs and thanks for all your comments and everything. I really appreciate it when people comment very much, and you'll get a shout out when you comment. Crafty Mouse has been great, very generous for the comments. So yes, I appreciate it a lot. It makes you feel like you're not doing this on your own, I suppose, when people comment, when people come back to you, you know. You think, oh, it was worthwhile doing, you know. There's a few people that have stopped recently, and I really miss them, you know. You get to know their voices, you get to know what their style, and it's like the familiarity of it's nice, isn't it? And I miss Wendy. She used to when I think it was Wendy's Journaling Adventure or something. She doesn't do that, and I absolutely loved her videos. And Julie from Cornelia Crafts hasn't been about for about 3 or 4 months, so you know. And I absolutely loved her videos. She really made me giggle, really did. Even without the giggles, she is a very good crafter. So I miss her. I hope she comes back soon. I don't think Wendy's coming back at all, but yeah, it is a shame when some people you really like disappear, isn't it? But we soldier on. Everybody has life and things happening, don't they? As they say, life gets in the way at times, but we wouldn't have it any other way, would we? Right then. There. There's a nice star there. Put that on a white one, I think. How about, oh, that's very traditional, isn't it? Nice cone. I have to get my Merry Christmases out, definitely. It's annoying me that I didn't get those out, but never mind. Whoops. I think they're just red and white, or green and white, or both. They're just little things I did on the computer, you know. That's all. Oops, goes that way. Right then, let's choose. We'll have one of you and one of you. And did you want as well? 3 different sizes. Let's be outrageous and have 3 different sizes. Shall I try the thicker stuff again? I don't know that I can cope with it, actually. I don't think I could cope with all the fraying and all the cussing. I've got some of these as well that I might go through and pop on. I've used most of them now. A lot of them. I've got a red one there, but my gold ones and silver ones have nearly all gone. And I'm not sure that I'll be using my berries either. I got them out and did try them on 1 or 2, but I wasn't. That's not how you thread a needle. This is how you thread a needle. They are very difficult to attach. That's the problem. You could put them on, I think, without the bells, but just not with them. Which again is something that we can do. 1, 2, 3. Let's tie you up. Let's tie you together first, shall we? So you're not going all over the place. That's it. There. That's a good place to stop, actually, that is. Let's tie you there. I'll do another one. Oh, I like that. That's fallen well. Let's cut you off there. Oh, the answer with this stuff is to use a lot of it so you don't end up manhandling it too much. That's a nice one. Yeah. That'll be nice on a parcel, won't it? Let me know if you think this is a really, really daft idea. I just got given all these bells and I didn't know what to do with them. So I thought, let's try and use these up. I mean, don't get me wrong, they could go on a journal, but I don't know. For me, bells are Christmas, you know. It's, oof, I suppose wedding, but that's church bells, isn't it? So, you know, I just can't get the thought of bells and Christmas being anything, you know, bells are related to Christmas, you know, in my little head. My sorry little head can't cope with anything else. Anyway, they will keep until next year. You know, they're not going anywhere. If this works and people like them, I can always make them again. You know. I haven't actually got my old Christmas cards ready, otherwise I could have made some with those, but I had these cut out anyway. I think the piece of material on it really adds a lot. I think really adds quite a lot. Yeah, especially with that nice white poinsettia on there. I've got all that other material in. I can't see me using it, but it doesn't matter. It was nice having the choice. Oh, it's a bit short, but not to worry. Right. Let's put a bit of fabric tack on this as well. I might have to make another Christmas journal next year because I really can't find mine anywhere. I imagine it's in with the decorations, but I would know not to do that, you know. So it might be up high on the shelf that I'm not aware of. I actually think I prefer that. That's slanting. Oh, that's okay. Can I cope with the slants going the other way? Let me cut that bit off. Oh, that's better. Bit of, I didn't put the hole in the top, which is really annoying me because I need that. It gives me, it's got all my lists in from previous years and stuff. I'm very disorganized this year, very disorganized. I don't think it helped with my son getting married and my fridge breaking down just as literally just before I thought I'll do that Christmas shopping, be all organized and relaxed for my son's wedding, and my fridge blew up. My fridge broke. So I had to put the Christmas shopping on hold, sort out a fridge quickly before I went away for his wedding. And then, you know, then it was December. But also I always have, because of my illness, I have to take a few days to recover whenever I've been away for a set amount of time. So I have to allow for that too. Hey ho, never mind. I've got plenty of time, really. I mean, I've only got one little parcel to post. The rest are being handed over, so, you know, my nieces and nephews are really quite grown up now, so I tend to just send a generic item for the whole family just to enjoy. I think last year, I think I just sent them a nice box of chocolates for them all to enjoy, you know, together. Not sure this year. I do know I've got a couple of calendars for my sisters, so I can pop them in as well. But one of my sisters is diabetic, so I can't send her chocolate. So I haven't quite decided yet what to send her. I mean, normally she likes my scarves and things, but I have done them a few years now, so I don't want to give her another hat and scarf. And I'm also making 2 lots of those. I want one of these, I think. Yes, we haven't used one of these, have we? No. One of those. A big one of those. And a small one of those. Yeah. Yeah, so got to get my thinking cap on where my little sister is concerned. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something to thread through this, aren't I? I'm going to give this a go again. Otherwise, it's going to be the green. Should we just go for the green and rather than get riled with that? I don't have the patience for messing about with that. Anyway, changing the subject. I made a birthday card yesterday for a dear friend of mine who moved into the village earlier this year. I've known her for like, I don't know, 30 odd years. And I mean, she knew my boys when they were little. And not long ago, like I say, in the middle of the year, she moved into the same village as me, just up the road actually. And it's about a 15-minute walk, not far at all. Well, the speed I walk, it's 15 minutes anyway. I'm not the fastest of walkers. Anyway, I made her a card. Oh, that won't go through there. Oh, yes, it will. And I thought, I'm going to go for a walk and take it to her. So I walked up the road. She lives at the brow of the hill. I live at the bottom of the hill and she lives at the top of the hill. So the whole village is on a hill. So that was fun. And I went out and I managed to get there and back without getting wet. And I caught her just before she went out for like, being it's her birthday today, I wanted to drop the card off. And it was a really pleasant walk because it stopped raining. So on the way back, I put my hood down for a little while. And it was just nice to get some fresh air through my head, you know, and into your lungs without worrying, you know, because I was on my way home. It didn't matter if it rained, but as it happened, it didn't rain. And I just felt so much more alive having done it. Because, of course, yesterday I couldn't do anything. I was too poorly. So it was really nice to have an invigorating walk. I mean, I'll go pay for it later on, obviously. But it's going to be worth it because I really enjoyed it. It was lovely, lovely walk. And it's lovely to see her and pop in and say hello. She's obviously going out for lunch. You know, it's her birthday. She's going out to lunch with her daughter. But I just literally nipped in and gave it to her. And I mean, I don't make cards and sell them anymore, but I do make them all for my friends. I'm happy with that. I know it's hitting the presents, but I don't think that matters in this case. Definitely need the happy Christmases. Anyway, we'll make a couple more and then I'll let you be. I've only got one red one, so let's make another red one. I'm a bit thirsty. Let me just have a quick swig of my drink, my coffee. Actually, just finished my coffee. So anyway, hope you give this a go. I mean, when you've got all of them, okay, I'll show you them at the end anyway, not now. And you can imagine them on all the presents under the tree, because we're all going to my youngest son's for Christmas morning. So that'll be me, but him and his new wife, they've been together 10 years, but they've only just been married. And my other son and his wife and their new little girl, granddaughter, who's nearly 2 now. And my older granddaughter won't be there, sadly. She's actually my step granddaughter. She's with her dad. I treat her like my own, obviously. Which is the first Christmas I haven't seen her in a long time. But yeah, can you imagine loads of the presents around the tree having bells on. As they get moved around, you'll keep hearing bells ring. I think that'll be really quite cute. Quite cute. I wanted to get the sound of bells into the Christmas morning, and this was the only way I could think of doing it, really. I mean, other than stringing them all and telling my son to put them on the tree, which seemed a bit rude considering his wife is really into sort of her own home decor and everything. I don't want to go in there and say, oh, do this, do that. You know, that doesn't seem right to me. So by putting them on the presents, yeah, we get the same effect. Little things, you know, little things. Personally, I just like being with my family. I'm very, very fortunate to be very close to my sons. Very lucky. Yep. And my daughter-in-laws, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love my daughter-in-laws too. I think that's upside down. Let's just pop that the other way around. Yeah, I've got lovely daughter-in-laws. I'm very fortunate because I know sometimes people don't always get on with their in-laws, do they? But I'm assuming mine get on with me because I get on well enough with them. I think they can pretty much talk to me about anything. So I've also known my eldest son's wife. I've known her since she was a little girl. Well, they went to the same school together. So yeah, and I knew her mum. I know her mum quite well. So yeah, Crimbo tree. Ooh, snowman. Snowman. What have we got here? Poinsettia, parcels, gramophone, house. I don't think there's any repeated. That's amazing, isn't it? Pink Mark prints have done a good job. I love the fact that they are vintage as well. Oh, is this a different type of sleigh there? That's nice. Anyway, there's no point in repeating them when I've got so many to choose from. I might just as well use different ones each time. But I'm going to use the snowman. Here he is, a little snowman. Right, I'll do this one, show you what we've done, and we'll call it a day. I hope you give it a go. And when I get round to get the Merry Christmases done, I'll pop them on and then show you in one of the other videos what they look like with them on. They will look complete. That's what I'm trying to get the words out. They will look complete. Only have big red bells, don't I? Yeah, I don't have any small red bells. No, only these ones. Well, as it's got the other one's got Santa on, this one's got a snowman on. I could do this one for her other present, couldn't I? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this for my granddaughter's other present. That's another good way of knowing whose is whose, isn't it? By putting, I don't think I need to thread a needle for this one. By putting a great big bell on hers, we'll know instantly. Probably seems a lot, but I do quite elaborate ribbons as well. But you see, I don't use Christmas paper to wrap my presents. I just use brown paper, and I always think that makes the ribbon and the card that you're using, whatever card you are using, stand out much more. A lot more, much more, a lot more. Anyway, that's what I do. Occasionally I'll use paper with brown paper with sorry, I'm struggling there a bit with, what am I trying to say, with like Christmas trees on or something, but generally speaking it's just brown craft paper I use. I know you can get some amazing papers, but they cost so much, and I know you can make your own, but I have to wrap too many presents to make my own, I've decided. So I do many moons ago, going back about 40 years, I was taught by a florist how to do different types of bows and how to make ribbons and things look really pretty and things. And well, that's very low. Let's make that a bit higher. Yeah, I spend quite a bit of time making bows and doing bows on the double bows and triple bows on the parcels, and always do nice tags. So I just do that with brown paper. It's just the way I roll. It's just the way I roll. That I prefer. That's the right place. Put that in the bin. Yep, that's the same place as the other one. So they are Penelope's. They're my granddaughters, those two. There we are. Oops. Oops. Help. I got them caught up. That's it. So we'll stop there. I won't bore you anymore. Let's move this stuff back and I'll show you what we've made today. I've got my needle in there. I won't be able to see it. So there's that. There's this big one we've just made. And there's this pretty one. Sounds sweet, doesn't it? With the parcels on. That looks nice when they've all got their Merry Christmas on. That's a little small. I hope none of you got cats running around here. And they all sound slightly different. That one. And that one. Didn't realise it sounds so different. That one with the sleigh on. And the other big one of pens. Oh, I've got another one here too. It's fallen over. We've got the triple. Got a couple with 3 on. There we go. That's today's fun little excursion. I hope you like them. I think they're really bonny myself. I think they'll look great on the presents with a piece of red ribbon coming, or whatever ribbon I use coming out of there. Probably red of some form. Yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not going to show you a journal because this is a Christmas tutorial. Quick note though, on the craft stall on Saturday I sold 4, which was absolutely amazing. Very pleased with that. So a few are missing out of it, so you know. Anyway, when we get back to normal crafting, I will show you the last 2 or 3 that I've got. Yeah, so that's it. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and I will see you at the next craft along. And yeah, look after yourselves. Bye now.